Welcome to the Computer Vision Appathon training session. So my name is Banveer and I'm a computer vision engineer at Averros. So let me just go through the objectives for this live session, okay? Also, if you have any questions regarding the Appathon, keep noting them down. We'll have a Q&A at the end of this presentation. So moving forward, first we'll talk about what we expect from the developers participating and what you will be delivering at the end of this Appathon. Second is value add. Well, there is obviously a big cash prize, but we'll also go through some points as to how this experience will add to your professional growth as well. Third, some basics of what is computer vision and video AI and its impact in real world scenarios. And lastly, we'll cover some technical prerequisites that will ease the development process for you during the Appathon. Topics like object detection and classification, some computer vision libraries and frameworks, and also basics about Linux and C++. Okay, so let's start, okay? So we at Averros are a video AI operating system and marketplace. Just like you would have seen Play Store, similar to that, we have the Averros app stack, which is the marketplace for video AI apps. So using the Averros platform, at the end of this Appathon, you will have a production-ready computer vision application. By this, I mean an application that can be deployed on-site for potential customers. So this is what this platform enables you to do. The developer does not need to go through the hassle of how such an application is to be deployed at scale, say thousands of cameras, So let me just show you the marketplace for video AI apps that I am mentioning. So this is basically the Averros app stack. So if I filter it by my name, for example, it will show the applications that I have developed. So let us just pick one of them. So this is where your application will also reflect, like on a marketplace from where a potential customer can go through what your application does and they can buy it off the shelf, just like the applications that are already listed here. So this is basically an application, ANPR, helmet and tripling. So what this application does is it raises a critical severity alert when both tripling and helmet violations are being done by a two-wheeler rider, right? So if only one of the violations is there, it will generate a high severity alert. Apart from that, it also reads the number plate through OCR techniques and sends it to a database. So this is about something about this application. Similarly, you will add features to your application and you can register it on the app stack, right? So we'll head back to the presentation. So value add. Basically, what value does your participation in the Appathon will add to you? So you'll have an application in your name readily available at this marketplace that I just showed you. It will be bought by different organizations if the use case is coherent with the use case that they are looking for. And you'll get verifiable app links to add in your resumes. And obviously, you'll get exposure to real world problems that can be solved and simplified using computer vision applications. And you'll also get a certification highlighting that you have posted a production ready app onto this app stack. Also, each time a customer chooses to install and use your application, you'll get recurring revenue for that as well. And now moving forward to computer vision and video AI basically. So what is AI? AI is a field of computer science that teaches computers to think and make decisions like humans. And similarly, now computer vision is a subfield of AI to teach computers to see videos and images the same way as humans do, right? And video AI is the use of computer vision to analyze and make decisions based on the content of a video. So this is basically done to mimic the capability of humans to analyze and make decisions when they see some activity. So this is done through video AI. Now, video AI is obviously solving tons of problems already, ranging from smart and safe cities, agriculture, manufacturing industries, and a lot of them. We at Averros also have taken up a smart and safe cities projects. So similarly, we have identified some problem statements for you as well. Let me just go to them. So here also you can see there are a lot of problem statements ranging from different industries: road and safety management, and video AI for retail. So below all of these, for example, you can see A to F. So basically there are 6 problem statements from this industry. You can pick any one of those problem statements and you have to develop an application around it and add features. It is up to you and your creativity, what kind of features you add, what kind of analytics you add to the application. So you can pick any one of them and develop around it, right? So, okay. And then you will have to publish the application on the abstract that I've already let you know, right? So let's just go back. So other than that, some technical prerequisites. So basically the idea is to make you familiar with some concepts that you can brush up beforehand, before the hackathon, right? So for example, some types of computer vision models. What are different types of computer vision models? So for example, object detection. So if you want to train you have trained an object detector for to identify a cat and a dog. So basically that object detector will give you the locality of that object in that image. For example, there's a box around the dog and there's a confidence level that your model is 98% confident that there's a dog in this bounding box area, right? So other than that, there's a classification model. So classification model is obviously way simpler than the object detection model. It will just tell you that if you train a classification model that for a cat and a dog, so it will just tell you whether the cat is present in the image or not. It will not localize it as the object detection model does, right? So also there's a multi-label classification model as well. So if you want to classify, if you want to give multiple labels, that for example there's a cat in the image and it is brown, similarly there's a dog in this image and it is white. So there are multi-level classification models as well. So you can go through the basics of these if you don't already know about them, so beforehand as well, right? So moving forward, some computer vision libraries and frameworks. So basically the OpenCV is one very important library. Open and CV means computer vision. So it is an open source computer vision library. So this library includes several hundreds of computer vision algorithms that you can use readily, right? Let me just deviate a bit. So as you can see, this is the OpenCV documentation. It is available on the internet. So you can go through this a bit. For example, if we go through image processing. So under image processing, there will be a lot of operations that can be performed: image filtering, geometric image transformation. And if you open any one of them, you can use any function in this. And basically this will help you build logic around your application, whatever application you want to build in the hackathon, right? So you can go through this. And moving forward. Yeah, so there are some frameworks like Darknet, PyTorch, TensorFlow, in which people across the computer vision community have already trained models which are publicly available. So once you get the problem statements, you can research. So basically you'll get the problem statements that I showed you just after this training session. So once you get the problem statements, you can research and find pre-trained models, right? Or if you already have your own model by chance that you may have trained which suits the use case that you want to solve, and be prepared beforehand as well. So on the day of the hackathon, then you will just have to convert your model in a particular format, say the ONNX format. It is followed here, and you are good to go, and you can write the logic around it. So how to convert your model in that format as well, that documentation is also available, and our tech team will also be available. There's no worry about it, right? So basically the models that our platform currently supports are these models. So you can find pre-trained models around these, right? So in detection, we have support for YOLO V3, V5, and V7. And for classification model, you can bring any model that any pre-trained model that you find. And for multi-label classification, we have support for VGG and ResNet, right? So moving forward, so I guess you can go through some very basic commands of Linux. For example, I'll just show you. So there are commands like ls. Ls is to look for the content in the directory that you are in. For example, ssh is an important command. It is used to log into a server. For example, the servers that we'll provide you. SCP is used to transfer files from one machine to another. Copy files, move files. So some basic commands like this. you can, go through, and obviously our tech team will be there, so no issues in that. Other than that, I guess some basics of C++, you can go through some basics, like you can go through the data types. One very important data type is vectors, I guess. So it may be used in your logic building, and types of for loops as well, and basics like pass by reference and pass by value. You can just brush up those. And other than that, one very obviously important data type is CVMAT. So basically it is used to handle images, right? You have to make your logic around and play with the image, right? So you should be familiar with that as well. So Vim is nothing but a text editor. So if you know Vim, it is just a text editor. It's a bit different how to use it. So, but it's just a text editor. So if you have prior knowledge to it, it will be easier to you. Other than that, you can also plug in, editors like VS Code or any other editor will help you that day. So it is no problem in that. So, okay, moving forward. So what the application that you develop, so it will look like, right? So, for example, you have the model and you write some logic, like in this example, right? So there's a model to identify occupied and unoccupied table. So it's a simple logic. It will identify an unoccupied table and it will send an alert. So basically all you have to do is bring the model, write a logic, and Avros platform will allow you to convert it into a production ready application. I guess we are clear on that, right? So other than that, you don't need to worry about anything. You will have complete guidance throughout the hackathon as well. There will be a good panel of our tech team with you. And as far as the evaluation of the application you make is concerned, don't focus a lot on the accuracy of just the model. You will rather be evaluated more on the problem you are solving, the logic, and the features that you add to your applications, like different analytics features that you add. Right. For example, in this, there was just one basic feature. If the table is empty, then it will send an alert. You can add a lot more features, right? So you can track the activity as well, and anything. It is up to your creativity. What you want to, what features you want to add from the problem statements that we give to you, right? Also, we will share an event handbook at the end of this session, and the recording of this session will also be available to you. So that's about it, I guess. Now you may ask any questions regarding the hackathon, regarding the event, regarding anything, regarding anything. If you want any questions, our panel is also available right now on the call also.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Actually, we are coming from Mumbai. So will we get accommodation after the hackathon is complete?
Okay, so the event management is basically taken care much about by Nachiketa. Nachiketa is here on the call. Nachiketa, can you take up on this, please?
Sure, Manveer. Actually, I think if we have Shwinder on the call, so the management is, so basically we are doing this event in collaboration with the Trust Committee. So the Trust Committee is responsible for the accommodation. We can check with them and let you know. So I'll just convey this request to the organizing committee, and they'll let you know today itself, right?
Okay, sure.
About the accommodation.
Okay, thank you.
Other than that, if any one of you has any questions about the hackathon, the structure, any other queries, this is a good time to ask, so we can get prepared in advance for it. Me or Manveer or Rajat from our team will be happy to answer any of your doubts.
Hello.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I have, so suppose if I have a model, I pick any model from like PyTorch and I fine tune it. So will I have the time to fine tune it, and then, and will there be some requirements like, oh no, it should not be like there are some prerequisites, like the model should have these functions or something like that, like the standard PyTorch versions will work, or they should have some other just to convert that, like we have to finally convert those models, right?
Right. Yeah. So basically, right, we'll address all of these doubts in the hackathon also. But the basic thing is that any of the models that you find on the net, right, we convert that into a standardized format called as ONNX. Right. So if you can convert your model, whatever model you have find pre-trained, or you fine tune it, if you convert it into ONNX, it will be off the shelf compatible right into our SDKs. Right, we will also, most students here will not be familiar with ONNX or what it is. Right, for anyone else who's listening, it's a standardized framework. So we'll give you assistance over there, and we have inbuilt easy to use converters also that can allow you to convert any of your models into a standard format. So if your model is something out of the blue, right, that is something not there, right, our tech support will be there to guide you on how you can convert that into a standard format and convert it into a production ready app. So that won't be an issue. But so as Manveer said, there is a list of models that we're already tested and compatible with, which is, so it's recommended you find models in those formats. Other than that, if you have a good model, right, which you have fine tuned on some data, or you have done some research on, we can provide assistance to convert that into ONNX also.
Okay. And we will not be given any specific data set, right?
No, actually, we are not. So the problems are designed such that generic data sets available online would be well suited to it. So like detecting persons or detecting vehicles, these are very standardized models that you'll be able to find online. So that's why we're not providing separate data sets. And because model training is something which you'll not be able to do on a very big data set over there, right? You'll be able to do quick fine tuning because duration of the event is short. So the main focus would be to take a detection model you have and write logic to it, and then use our SDKs and tools to convert it very quickly into an app, right? So the SDKs and tools are very user friendly and will help you accelerate the journey of converting into an app that can scale on a very big scale on hundreds of cameras and different hardware also, right? So the focus will be on finding a good detection model. If you can fine tune it from some data set, that would be great. And then writing logic on top of that. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So any other questions from anybody else?
Can we get the recording of
yeah, recording of this session, right? Yeah, surely you get, okay, yeah, you'll get the recording of this session. That is what you're asking, right?
Yeah, on the mail.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You'll get the recording.
Excuse me, which C++ image libraries you told we should be familiar with?
So
sorry, yeah, go on.
Which C++ image libraries?
So if you're just familiar with OpenCV, right, and how to use some of its functions to process images, that would be enough for you, right? And just how to do basic image operations, like if you have something in an image, how to process that. So these libraries that you're seeing on the screen, these would be enough, right? And OpenCV is primarily the library I would say you would require to do any kind of operations on a given image.
Right.
So basically, these frameworks that are on the screen, right? They are broadly divided into two categories. One is image processing library, which is the OpenCV, right? Other is deep learning frameworks, like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Darknet. Right. So if you want to do any kind of operations on an image, right, you can use OpenCV. And if you want to, PyTorch and TensorFlow are libraries that you can refer to, which will provide you good trained models online. So these are broadly the main frameworks and libraries that you should be familiarized with at least.
Okay.
So basically, Shivank, I have read your question. The question, just for everyone else's understanding, Shivank has asked, can we use OpenCV in Python? So most of our code base is in C++, so that won't be an option. But the documentation, if you look up online, right, the functions which you use are very similar of what you use in Python. You just use the same functions, but the way you call the function in Python and C++ is slightly different. So you just have to Google it and do the same operations in C++ because all our code base is built on C++ stack. But I'm sure if you're able to do any kind of operation on an image in Python, you'll be able to replicate it very easily in C++. So that is about it. So also just one Yeah.
Go.
So just one other thing that I wanted to ask was, it would be great if the people who have joined in, right, if they just enter which college they're coming from, right? So we have an understanding. So as someone raised the accommodation question also, we just know how many people are from inside the college and how many from outside. So it would be great if you can just message in the chat itself. So we can ask the organizing committee to, and the year also, right? So if you're a first year student, if you're a second year student, or that will help us make preparations accordingly. I can already see a broad variety of colleges, so that's very interesting.
Any more entries regarding the college? If anyone is left out, please do. I think that's about it. Is there anything else from anyone else? Okay, I'll take that as a no. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. So we'll see you on Saturday during the Apthon, and thank you for your patience. Okay, see you guys. Thank you. I'll be ending this session now.